guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Sam Kitchen. My name's Sam Lin. I'm just a home cook who's really passionate about sustainability and, more importantly, save money by making things at home, and hopefully I can help you guys do the same in your own kitchen as well. This week's recipe is really straightforward, really simple. I'm going to show you how to turn this into... Get out of here. Yes, we are going to do a tahini or tahina. Don't know which way is right. Tomato, who knows? Yeah, I'm going to show you how to make tahini at home by using just sesame. It's super simple, super straightforward. It's super versatile. In my previous recipes, I've shown you ways that I use tahini in, say, like baba ganoush or in hummus, and also my favorite noodle recipe. A little bit of tahini, a little bit of vinegar, soy sauce, and some chili oil. It's, once again, chef's kisses all the way. This recipe is so easy. We're just going to toast this, blend it up, and that really is it. Really keen to show you how to do it. Before you get into the recipe, if we can spare that 1 second and pause the video right now, and hit the like button down below. It would really help promote my video to a wider audience. Thank you very much for doing that, and enough of my talking, let's get into it.
Making tahini honestly requires no skills. If you've seen the peanut butter recipe, I'm sure you have, yeah? The process is pretty much identical. Ingredients wise, we're going to need some raw white sesame seeds. These are $5 a kilo from a local food supply store, and we'll need a little bit of a neutral tasting oil to help with the blending process. Sesame itself is very rich in oil, so the additional oil is really just to help with the blending and make the tahini a lot smoother. Tools wise, we're going to need a pan to toast the sesame, as well as a blender or food processor to turn our sesame into paste. That's really all we need. We'll put these aside and get started. First thing first, we're going to toast our sesame seeds. Being a little bit of a sustainability advocate, it does hurt me having to buy sesame seeds that come in plastic bags. I pour it in all in the pan just to realize that the pan is a wee small. Nope, that is not going to fly. This is only 500 grams, but the pan is better suited for other stuff. So I whip out my heavy based pot and yep, much better. Once sesame is all in, we're going to bring it over to the stove. Toast the seeds and bring out the aroma and nuttiness of the sesame. Onto the stove, and we want it to be on medium heat. Sesame is packed with oil and it can easily get burned. Make sure you're not blasting the pot with high heat and keep stirring it throughout the process. I use a spatula to scrape through the bottom of the pot while stirring to make sure nothing is caught on the bottom of the pot. After about 7 to 10 minutes, your sesame should turn golden brown like what you can see on the screen. This is the color you want, and now you're good to turn the heat off. Bring it back to the blender. Your sesame should be smelling amazing, and your neighbors will be drooling all over the floor. Pour all of it into the blender. Give the pot some smacking on the butt and put it away. Now, with all of the sesame in, we're going to blend it up. Depending on the blender you're using, if your blender is as shit as mine, you're best to pause it and stir it with a spatula to get it started. My blender struggled a bit because it blitz up sesame all clumped up on the edges, and then the blade was just spinning on its own with nothing engaged. After blitzing for a little bit, it starts to become more pasty. Here, add in about 30 grams of neutral tasting oil. The oil will thin out the paste and make it easier to blend as well. After much effort, the tahini should start to come together. When it becomes liquid form, that's when you know you've made it. Give yourself a pat on the back. You can add some more oil in if it's still quite thick. That is pretty much it in terms of making tahini. Grab some clean jar and pour your tahini in. It's pretty much just sesame pulp mixed in oil. So having said that, there's not much for it to go off as long as it's not exposed to sun and heat. Keep it in the fridge and it's good for months. Use a spatula and scrape it clean, baby. As always, make sure you label your food and the date when it's made. It not only informs other people what you've made in the jar, but also helps with budgeting and help you forecast when you'll need to buy more ingredients. Now we've got our tahini all made up and jarred up. We've got our dirty jugs here. Rather than washing it down the drain, I've got some cooked chickpeas here to use the residual to make hummus. Chickpeas in, 2 cloves of garlic, a squeeze of lemon, pinch of salt in, scrape down the side of the jug. Now we turn the blender on and that's our hummus done. The cost breakdown is as below. 500 grams of sesame seed at $5 a kilo equals to $2.50. 32 grams of neutral tasting oil at 42 cents per 100 mils equals to 12.6 cents. 500 grams of tahini costed us $2.62.6 to make. Any store-bought tahini is 5 to 7 times of the price.
Alright, and there we have it. That's our tahini all done right here. It's so simple to make. It takes 2 or even just 1 ingredients to make our amazing tahini. It's super cheap. Sesame is about $5 a kilo. If you buy store-bought tahini, they are $7, $8 if you're super lucky. Can go all the way up to $13, $15, $20 a kilo, which is just crazy. The ingredients cost nothing. Literally chuck it all in the blender, blend it up, and it's all good to go. So please try this at home and let me know how you go. And over here got some hummus that's utilizing the residual tahini that's left in the jug, and got some carrots here, obviously, as always, one of my favorites. If you want a detailed recipe of the hummus, please go click on the link on the top right corner right here. I did make a separate video just showing you how to make hummus at home. It's super easy, super simple. Highly recommend you. One of my favorite snacks. Just can't get over how good it is. It's nutty from the tahini, the acidity from lemon, a little bit salty, coats your vegetable really well, and then just lift it up another level. I love it. It's so good. Really healthy, really good for you, but also really satisfying. Anyway, enough of my BS. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy my video, please make sure that you hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to the channel. I put out a new video on a weekly basis. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.